The governor of Kano State, Abba Yusuf, says the current corruption investigation against the former governor of Kano State, Ganduje, is not meant to witch hunt any politician but part of his campaign promises to ensure that all looted funds and stolen property are recovered. Yusuf, while speaking on the sidelines of the new Nigeria People's Party's National Convention in Abuja, urges Ganduje to meet the state in court and explain himself. Arise correspondent Punarima Benjamin has the report.
It's yet another national convention of the new Nigeria People's Party in Nigeria's capital, Abuja.
Ladipo Johnson, please present to us at the high table. All the national leaders should come forward, please. National leaders should come forward.
The focus of this convention is to ensure the adoption of the amended party's constitution, approve appointment of acting chairman, and fill vacant National Working Committee offices, change its logo and slogan as proposed by the National Executive Council of the party.
We are trying to reposition this party because a lot of water has passed under the bridge after the 2023 general elections. And we have really commissioned a study to look at our performance, our points of strength, and our weaknesses, which we have just tried to address.
The convention was attended by the national leader of the party, Rabiu Kwankwaso, and the only governor of the party in Kano State, and his deputy, including other top-ranking members. The party leader, Rabiu Kwankwaso, speaks on the current security challenges in Nigeria while calling for more proactive measures to tackle security in the country.
It's a big shame, really, that we find ourselves in this mess. We believe, going by our experiences in this country, that all what it takes is the political will from the commander-in-chief and of course mobilize the military. We have good, in fact very good military men and women in this country who have got all the capacity to clean our bush, to clean our forests, to clean all these places so that people can have peace.
On the sideline of the event, the Kano State Governor says the ongoing investigation of the former governor Abdullahi Ganduje, his wife Hafsat Umar, and 6 others are clearly to ensure that those who allegedly stole the state funds are brought to book.
It has no political inclination. It has nothing to do with the former governor of the state or any member of his family. We are purely doing it because we feel that is what should be done in order to restore sanity, accountability, and judicious utilization of resources in the state. It has never been our intention to combine it to be political.
As the party is making efforts to rebrand ahead of the off-cycle governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states, other speakers believe that the decisions reached here may help the party gain more visibility during the elections and other future polls. Punarima Benjamin, Arise News.
Thanks very much, Punarima. We have joining us on Newsnight the acting publicity secretary of the new Nigeria People's Party, Ladipo Johnson. Very warm welcome. Is it acting or is the position? Well, the Kwankwasia movement, dominated the public sphere today in Abuja. Tell us, what are the new updates from your convention?
Well, as was said in your news report, this convention basically ratified what the decisions of the National Executive Committee of the party, basically changing the constitution of the party. The main points there to do with the logo, the slogan, the flag of the party.
A kind of rebranding.
Rebranding.
And
it's the beginning.
Are you making forays out of Kano because that's your stronghold and the rest?
No, you always have to begin somewhere. You have to spread from somewhere. And Kano is a good place to spread from. It's well positioned in the northwest as you well know. Politically speaking, people will tell you that if you have Kano, you have the equivalent of 4 or 5 states when you look at the votes that come out from Kano. So, well, we did that, and then going to what you said about whether I'm acting or not, we also ensured that the Constitution would take in, we don't want staggered elections in the future. So now we've, part of it is that when people leave, if they have to leave, either through disciplinary procedures or death, God forbid, or resignation, then you can have them have someone in acting capacity, so that at the end of the 4-year term, you now have elections for all the officers, instead of saying this man's own goes
so that there is no
time.
vacuum. Yes. Rebranding at this time, how significant is it, particularly with the off-cycle elections in Edo and Ondo states?
No, you see, with the off-cycle elections, what you do, for instance, with the logo, it cannot kick in before the Edo elections. It can't. INEC needs time. There's a procedure, but we've taken
for approval
and what have you. But we've taken the first step. Nigerians now know that our color will be going from blue and green to red and white, or our colors rather. So we've taken the first constitutional steps, and we hope the process is hastened up and concluded. But with the off-cycle elections, we're preparing as a party to make sure that we participate. But overall, these are short-term things. Overall, in the medium term to long term, we believe that we have to rebrand. We have started that today. We believe that we have to broaden the base of the party, right, around the country.
Are you broadening it with the color that is synonymous with an individual, the national leader of the party and the presidential candidates?
Exactly.
You're not creating something that is universally acceptable?
No, it's what is wrong with the red and white? It's universally acceptable. What is wrong with the new logo? We're talking about education for all. And it's not just education. It's technical education. It's all sorts of things. Because we know that for us to rebuild the economy, you understand, you need to have people who are equipped. For instance, if you have a retired person, you want to get them back into the workforce. It might be technical education. It might be vocational education. You understand? So when we come out, because we're going to come out, we're going to launch the logo. We're going to go out and talk to Nigerians about it. So there's going to be a sustained campaign over the next few years, coming and culminating in the elections. So it's a holistic thing. Now, when you say...
How much of that, how much of that are we seeing in Kano State, the only state controlled by the NNPP?
I actually was allowed to make a short speech today, and I thanked Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf for being a good ambassador of the party. And that is because we've seen work going on in Kano already, despite and in spite of the fact that we were in court for some 8-9 months after the election.
Oh, that's long over now.
Long over?
It's long over.
When was it over?
No.
January.
I mean,
you understand?
So
we've moved on from that. But despite that, he's been able to achieve, even in his first 100 days, he had done quite a bit, especially regarding education. You understand?
And marrying wives for...
Exactly. And
that's great achievement, you call that?
Thank you very much. You know why you're saying that? Because you're looking at it from a point of view of your own culture. You're not looking at it from the point... If I look at it from the point of view of Lagos, I'm from Lagos, I'd say, oh, what is that? But you have to look at it from the given context of the people he's serving. Abba Kabir Yusuf is not serving you and I.
Is that what is most expedient for the needs of the people?
What you need to do is ask the people there. They will tell you what is expedient for them. They will tell you what is important to them. It's part of the culture. It's part of social equilibrium. And that is not just what he did.
Balancing?
What
is that balancing?
What it is balancing is that in parts of the north, you have a lot of drug abuse. You have problems in society. You have the majority of them, I won't give you a percentage, I don't have it, adherents of the Muslim faith, Islamic faith. Do you understand? So you have that. You have a lot of people in society, the widows and what have you. It's been done by governments, other past governments, and it is something that is important to them. And I remember when it happened, one of the occasions, I was there with some of the pressmen from the South, and we sat together, and that was what they were saying, that, oh, in the South we would say, what is all this about? Is this what is important? You understand? And I remember my Egbon here, Dr. Ruben Abati, actually made a similar comment. And I replied to it at that time. And I said that we're actually being, I won't say prejudiced. You are not looking at it within the given context of where it happened. That is what is important to them. What is important to people in Ogun State or in Lagos may be different. But it all goes down, as I said, you're balancing society. You're also trying to balance the economy. And with them, they've done a lot of work, healthcare, education, and infrastructure as well.
All right.
And it is ongoing.
Okay. Thank you very much, Oladipo. Let's move on to an issue that some political watchers of Kano politics are coming to see as a kind of witch hunt, although the governor debunked that in an exclusive interview with our correspondent. But why is the Kano state government not allowing the sleeping dog to lie?
Are you encouraging corruption? Are you encouraging laxity in government? Look, let me tell you. If, I'm not saying anyone is guilty, if you get into government, you either have the guts to take the difficult decisions that you need to take to get your state back on track. If you've had looting, if you've had mismanagement, then again, I like the word balance. You know, you balance, and this is Ladipo Johnson speaking, not Abba Kabir Yusuf. You balance things. Is it going to cost you more to go after those who have looted? If it will cost you more, then maybe you forget them. But if it will not cost you more, it is an executive decision. Then you say, okay, those who should do it, whether it is the Attorney General, whether you have a body that looks at it, look at it. Let's see what happened with these contracts. Were they implemented? Were these things sold at proper price? And what have you? And if you do this, then Nigerians will begin to know that you have to pay for things that you do in government. The people are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. So do we now say that because that person did not come from your party, you look the other way so that they don't say it's a witch hunt? And I like what the governor has done. If people say it's a witch hunt, so be it. It's a witch hunt. I'm witch hunting for the sake of my people. But I know he has said it's not a witch hunt. You understand? And we wait to see. You understand? We wait to see what will happen.
Well, time will tell.
Time will tell. That's why I said we'll wait to see.
It's like Nigerians too are waiting to see the rebranding of the
party.
NNPP.
They'll see it and they will participate in it.
And where it's going to take them to.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Acting National Publicity Secretary, New Nigeria People's Party, Oladipo Johnson.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.